I started trading in 2013. That's almost 12 years now. And I want to show you today why I still trade after 12 plus years and I'll keep doing it. Things that keep me in the game, things that I love about trading, and things that really are helping me get better. That's all coming up in this video. So you often hear online people say that trading is boring, or over time it gets very repetitive and you follow the same thing all the time and you kind of keep trading the same thing. I totally agree with that because trading is very repetitive over time. You get to do the same thing every single day, you follow the same process, follow the same rules, you probably have the same strategy. But there's a few things that keep me trading for the long term, things that I love about it, and it really make me motivated to show up every single day. And the first one is really the freedom. I'm able to live wherever I want in the world. I can be in Thailand now, I can be in Europe. I spent this year 2 months in Europe, 1 month in Bali. Last year I went to Japan, went to Europe again, went to a few different places. Gonna go to China pretty soon also. That kind of freedom you can never get with a full-time job. And I know some people travel and they really are able to explore the world, but I can make my own schedule. I can show up in these countries, spend time I want pretty much there, depending on the visa stuff, and come back whenever I want. And I can be very flexible with things too. If I want to go to a certain country or a certain place by a certain day, like next week, I can do it if I want to. I'm actually going to Canada tomorrow, flying from Bangkok to Vancouver, spending a few days in Vancouver, then I'll be in Montreal after that, and coming back to Bangkok towards September. That's the stuff you cannot do with any other job. Now, of course, you could own a business, which I also do, and that also allows you to do that kind of stuff. But trading is really one where you don't have a lot of overhead. You don't have to pay for staff, or you don't have to pay for a ton of software, so you don't have to pay for a ton of admin fees. You can really do it on your own, and of course, I pay for some of these things. I pay for a good accountant. I pay for a team to help me code algos and things of the sort. But other than that, and maybe like a platform, there's not too much things you have to pay for. And you're really able to scale up and grow without too much expenses. And that's also a pretty cool thing. But the other thing I like about trading a lot is that you're able to really grow and evolve as much as you want. There's no limit to where you can take it. Over the years, I've really changed my style a lot. My trading style has been so different. I started with back in 2013 trying different strategies, strategy jumping. Then I went to eventually kind of hone down to day trading and eventually develop my most universal strategy. And then I went to a bit more day trading, then I went out of it. Now these days I use the same methods I was using in the past, but moved them to daily charts and weekly chart. I've seen a huge difference going from 1 hour chart, 4 hour chart, these kind of swing trading time frames, to only daily charts, which is still very much swing trading, but even more on the higher time frame, which is really cool for me. My strategies never really changed, but the tools I'm using sometimes look at different areas, or the methods I'm using to complement my current strategy are things I really worked on a lot over the past few years. And that's really cool because you get to do that. It's very tough in a full-time job or if you work for like an employer to improve yourself or to grow or to evolve. You could do it. And of course you have promotions and things of the sort. But in most cases you're stuck in like a fixed salary, a fixed job you do every day, like a fixed schedule or task process. And you cannot really do something else outside of that. The other thing that's evolved a lot too is my capital. I used to trade with much less capital than I have today. And that's just a fact that over time in trading, you got to increase your capital and kind of scale up. And I really have been able to do that quite well, I think, in my opinion. And I could go much more far in that, of course. But for now, I think things are pretty smooth. And I'm pretty happy with the level I am now based on my skill set and experience and all these things. But that brings us to also challenges. Trading never gets really boring because you also face challenges. Now, you could not face challenges if you stick to your own thing, always do your own process and like never try to expand it. But if you go and try to expand it and learn more things and maybe add a few different markets, just about 2 years ago, I went for the first time in the stock market. I traded Forex for multiple years, but just added stocks recently because I want to be able to expand, catch more trends. Now these days I see a lot more opportunities in stocks than Forex, just based on what I've learned and how I've evolved. So yeah, if you always kind of do your own thing, follow your process in the same pairs, the same stuff all the time, you don't have to really have any challenges or evolve. But if you want to go beyond that, learn other techniques. I'm just recently going into options because Michael is the one who introduced me to it. He's a really good options trader. These things give you challenges, give you things to learn about. And that's really cool because, like I said, in a full-time job, you don't get to learn too much. You really have to go out of your way to learn stuff sometimes. And trading is a perfect vehicle for that because you're able to learn whatever you want, go into other markets. You can also apply what you learn trading to other things in life, other areas like business, like health and fitness, like flying a plane, which I also do a lot. And those things are kind of cool because you really see how trading taught you some things and shape you in certain ways. And then you can apply these things to other areas of your life. So the key thing about all of this is that trading is not about only taking trades. It's not about showing up in the market every day, placing a few trades, going in and out, seeing a P&L every day. That stuff is very limited to what trading is really all about. There's a lot more you can do. There's a lot more things you can learn. You can always evolve and expand. You can, of course, grow your capital. You got plenty of challenges along the way if you want to. If you don't want to take them, that's cool. You can always trade your own thing and kind of stick to your own little box. But I like to go outside of my box and learn different things. And that's just kind of part of who I am and what I like about trading. I might do a video in the future too about how I really think of trading as a business and not just a trading thing. It's not just about going in the marketplace and a few trades every day. It's really about seeing the bigger picture of things. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see that. I'd love to talk about that because it's a kind of pretty cool topic. Anyone really covers it on YouTube. So comment below, let me know. If you watch that video about how I treat trading like a real business, comment below with business or something of the sort. I'll know you want to see that. But yeah, if you want to see how I trade, if you want to see my performance, I'm going to link a video here I've done about a few months ago. It's been almost like maybe 6 months ago, where I go over my performance, my stats, and the people ask me about this a lot. I just had someone recently ask me about my profit factor on Instagram. It's going to be in that video. Check it out. All the stats are there. All the returns I've had you can see in the video. Also how I trade. I go over some trades. I was in Hong Kong back then. It's a pretty cool video to watch. I'll catch you there or in the next video pretty soon. Ciao.